We are finally back.
Hey guys.
Time for episode 1.
Yes.
We didn't get as quickly as we wanted to, but we are here.
We are here. I am Lauren Lucifer.
I'm Bobby Blood.
And we are 85 Graves. How's everybody doing?
Hopefully good. We got our studio built. We've got our first episode ready.
Stoked.
So tonight is episode 1. We have chosen Cat's Eye, 1985 from Stephen King.
Nice.
So to talk a little bit about why we chose this one. First of all, it's a 1985 movie. We thought it would be appropriate to start with an 85 movie, being as the name of our show.
True.
But there's several elements to this film that pretty much sums up everything that we are into. It's
Yes.
Stephen King, which is Lauren's favorite.
What up?
It's an anthology, which are my favorite because I have a short attention span. I like the short films, the ones you ain't got to think too much about. Same with the stories, the books.
Yeah, you love the short story books.
I do. I
Yeah.
love the short stories. It's just too much for me to get into those big, long-winded books that he does. I'm not saying they're not good because I have read some of his full-length books, but I definitely prefer short stories. They're simple, quick. So I love anthologies. So yeah, being a Stephen King movie, being an anthology, being a 1985 classic, it's also, two of the 3 stories come from one of my favorite books of all time, which is called Night Shift.
Yeah.
So just all the elements are there. We could have definitely chosen a more high-profile movie like Lost Boys or Fright Night, something that we're definitely going to get to.
Oh,
We
yeah.
could have just came out of the gate strong with one of those. But we decided this would be the way to go. This one sums up everything. This is the one.
Hell yeah. Definitely. We'll get to all the other good stuff too. So
Yeah, definitely. So these stories, they came from Night Shift, like we said, 2 of them anyway. Give you a quick little rundown of, I think I've told you the story before, but when I was in high school, I worked at the student store during the lunch hour and stuff. You gotta make an ass out of yourself to make, $5 a day. You get everybody like coming up trying to get free food and shit. But I just wanted that $5. And what I'd do is I would take that $5 at the end of the week. I'd have $25.
yeah.
And every week I would buy a Stephen King book.
Yes.
That first one was Night Shift.
Oh.
I eventually got Skeleton Crew,
Yeah.
Christine,
Ugh.
Cujo, Cycle of the Werewolf. I ended up eventually getting all these books. So,
Damn.
but when I got Night Shift, it has so many great stories in it, which, to me, one of the reasons I probably wouldn't have chose this movie, aside from all those elements coming in, also the fact that I don't have any locations filmed from this movie, and I don't even honestly know what would be worth filming. The bridge, the house. This movie is really more about the stories than the locations.
Yeah.
I mean, we're going to get them.
That house was really cool though.
The house is cool.
If it's still, up and standing.
I'm sure it is.
Yeah.
From the research we've done so far, most of the houses and locations in North Carolina are still there.
Right.
So, but I would have chosen, of course, that's why I'm poor and I don't make blockbuster films. But I wouldn't have chosen, those stories, even those 2. Well, Critters
Right.
Incorporated was always one of my favorite stories. Definitely.
It's a
It's a
good
great
one.
story. So, man, there was so many great stories in Night Shift. There was one called Gray Matter. It's about a guy who is drinks beer all the time, and he finally gets I don't give away too much, because I want people to go read these.
Right.
But he drinks he gets a bad can of beer that had a hole in it, drinks the whole thing, and before he realizes it, that it tastes wrong, he's already drank it, then it, in Stephen King style, it eventually turns him into a big blob of shit that eats cats and stuff. It's just fucking crazy.
Why they gotta eat the cat? Come
I
on
don't
now.
know, man. He's got a problem with
Get
cats.
it together.
Apparently.
Yeah, he's Pet Cemetery.
Right?
Oh,
Yeah, I think Stephen King is like a closeted cat
something.
phobe or
They
something.
definitely need to get his brain tested.
Yeah, I don't know.
He's genius, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, he's the man. We'll get into that.
Love it.
We got to get into that Stephen King tour we did. We'll talk about that before we get into the movie.
Oh,
So, oh yeah, but back to Night Shift. There's I want to just talk a little bit about a couple of the stories in there. Obviously, Children of the Corn is in Night Shift, but that was its own movie, as it should have been. The Boogeyman, that's a really good story that got its own screen adaptation in 2012, but it's a great story. You have to read it. And then my two very favorite stories in that book. One is called Strawberry Spring, which they actually use the name of Spring Hill Jack, which is, he was a like a mythical, I don't know that he ever actually killed anybody, but he was from England, and he used to go and spit fire in people's faces and blind them and slap the shit out of people for no reason. You know,
he sounds awesome.
yeah, he was a wild dude, I guess, but he was like one of those urban legend type of dudes.
Like Jack the Ripper,
Yeah,
stuff like
yeah.
that.
But in Strawberry Springs, it wasn't that. They just used the name for some reason. But Strawberry Springs is more about I think what a Strawberry Springs is, it's like a false spring or something.
Okay.
I know there was a lot of fog, and what it's really about is, no, I don't want to give it away. It's a great story.
Teaser.
Yeah, it's a great story, and it's got one of those crazy Stephen King twists at the end. And it's the same with The Man Who Loved Flowers. The Man Who Loved Flowers, that one was about, man, I really don't want to give stuff away and ruin it for people.
Well, a lot of people maybe have read it too, so
Yeah,
you know.
I guess. Well, I want them to read it. I want everybody to read these stories. It
Right.
takes like 10 minutes to read these stories.
We'll just warn them, spoiler alert, and it's not like you're giving away the whole. You're not reading it to them.
Yeah, I'm not going to give away The Man Who Loved Flowers at all, because if I say anything, it'll pretty much ruin the end of it.
Right. Okay.
So just read it. It's about a guy looking for a woman named Norma or Nona, or I can't remember what it was, but she was.
All right, everybody, go read it.
Go read
and
it.
email us which is the name, Norma or Nona.
Yeah. And that's just out of Night Shift.
Yeah.
Also, that same year, well, at least the year they released in 85, Skeleton Crew came out. And that has, some more of my favorite stories in it. Especially there's one called Survivor Type. Like I would love to see a screen adaptation of Survivor Type.
Yeah.
What that's basically about is a guy who if I remember right, he was like a drug dealer maybe, or became a drug kingpin of some kind. But he ended up getting stranded on a desert island from a car wreck or a boat wreck. Or I can't remember exactly how. But basically he ends up having to eat parts of his own body to stay alive.
Oh.
Yeah. And he's like stranded on this island with like however many pounds of heroin.
Damn.
Yeah, so he keeps having to do surgeries on himself. It's fucking great.
That is insane.
Yeah, I don't know how that would adapt to the screen, but I would love to see it,
I'd watch it.
And then there's The Raft was in Skeleton Crew, but that obviously became one of the Creepshow episodes.
Yeah. We have some locations on that.
That we do.
For sure.
That's very true.
For later. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, when we get to that.
Yes.
We get to Creepshow, which we will.
Oh, it's coming.
And then there's another one called Mrs. Todd's Shortcut. So I don't want to go too far into it, but me personally, I could think of a lot of other stories that they could have made a trilogy out of, an anthology out of. But again, that's not my call.
Right.
The movie's great, especially out of that third chapter. But the third chapter is, he wrote that for the movie, for Cat's Eye.
Right. It was a separate thing added on to that movie.
So, but anyway, Cat's Eye, 1985. It was written by Stephen King, all three stories. It was directed by Louis Teague, who also did Cujo, of course. But there's another 80s movie called Alligator. It's supposed to be really I haven't even seen it. I don't know how I've missed that.
I haven't.
But we're going to watch that. We're going to get into that. We got to see Alligator because it looks just like one of those movies like you'd walk into the video store and it looked cool, but there was always better ones to grab. So you kind of bypassed it, you know?
Oh, poor alligator.
I know, right? But it looks good. It looks like
Got the
it's gonna
shaft.
yeah, right. So, produced by Dino De Laurentiis. Now, what was that about him? You told me something about him.
He also produced Firestarter, and so that's how he recommended little Drew Barrymore.
Right on.
You know, so that's how she got that role.
Yeah, definitely.
So little Drew.
Little Drew.
She's so cute.
And she's awesome.
Yeah.
Drew Barrymore. Even in her comedy films and everything, she's just badass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love Drew. She's awesome. And this was King's first film to receive PG-13 rating.
Really?
Yeah. I
Maybe
mean, I thought it should be,
Yeah.
well, I thought it should be R. Maybe because I was terrified watching this.
If you think about it, there's really not much. There's some
Like
colors.
gore. There's,
No, not really. Just a lot of bad green screening.
damn.
Right.
Yes. All right, so this is PG-13, but, you know, it's still King. So it's still very, I don't know, thrilling and captivating and
Yeah,
amazing.
It's got his twists and turns. So, you know, I know that I read somewhere that he originally, when he did it, it was supposed to have like an introduction, like, you know, he's gonna have something on the screen, I guess, or what do you call it, a prologue or something, where it kind of explains that, you know, the cat's going on this adventure looking for the girl, and you know, he senses something from her, and you see it in the beginning when he goes up to that window.
Yep.
And right before you see the Quitters Incorporated car.
Right, and he sees Drew's face coming
Yeah,
out
she's
of like a model, like a doll in the
mannequin.
window. Yeah, a mannequin in the window.
So she's asking for help or something. So he travels across the country. So what you said Quitters Incorporated started in Chicago, right?
That's the city. Yeah.
Okay. And then I know they end up in
Wilmington, North Carolina.
right, which is where most of this film was shot.
Yeah.
As long, you know, that's obviously a big filming location for Stephen King. I don't know what was going on back in the 80s. They probably had some kind of tax break.
Right.
But it's a great spot.
A lot of films have been filmed there.
Yeah, well, a lot of his films.
Yeah.
And then there's some others. But it's just such a random place. There had to be some reason for it. I feel like the guy told us about it on the Stephen King tour, that there was a reason he filmed outside of Maine, because he used to film in Maine all the time.
I'm trying to remember what that guy gave us so much information.
I know.
And we just absorbed it all, and I'm trying to remember that part.
Well, let's talk about that real quick before we get into the actual movie here. But so we were out in Boston for something, or for a concert. We were out in Boston. So we decided kind of last minute that we were going to go to Salem, and then we were like, well,
That was
fuck
dope.
it. Yeah, that was Salem was cool. But then we decided, fuck it, let's drive up to Bangor and just see what's going on out there. And then we booked this tour. There's a guy out there in Bangor. I can't remember his name, but I remember the website was like sktours.com, like sk-tours.com maybe. I can't remember, but man, this dude, he used to own the only Stephen King bookstore. In other words, he had a bookstore that only sold Stephen King books in Bangor. So Stephen King would come by. He actually, you know, like Stephen King is we found this out by going on this tour, but he pretty much, you know, he takes care of that whole city.
He does.
He's just such like a, what's that word?
He's
A philanderer?
philanthropist, a philanderer.
Sorry, Steve.
Doesn't that mean he sleeps around?
Yeah, sorry, Steve.
Oh, hell no.
I just put him out there, like,
Steve,
with my own illiteracy.
he's watching you too, if you didn't know that.
Yeah, if anybody see, that's the man right there.
Yes.
Can't see.
He's literally watching over us.
I just fucking call them out.
Yeah,
dude. I just
dude.
like just by being an illiterate fool.
Like, they've been married forever. They're
Yeah.
so happy together.
But he takes care of the, you know,
He built a baseball field.
he built the baseball field, he built the library there, or he restored it.
Yeah.
Um,
He really cares about his city. Everybody loves him there. He's just
he's just
amazing.
A man.
Yeah.
He's just a man, straight up. He told us that he had gotten hit by a car at some point, so he doesn't really spend his winters there anymore because his bones hurt.
he goes down to Florida.
Yeah, but you know, aside from all that, if you
Yeah.
get a chance, if you can get anywhere near Maine,
Go there.
go do this tour, because he tells you everything. He takes you to all the spots. He took us to the real manhole, or the place where it was the
Oh
real
yeah, the
creep,
sewer.
the
Yeah.
sewer. He took us to the actual cemetery where Pet Cemetery was filmed, where Stephen King played
The priest.
priest.
Yeah.
He took us to all these. He took us. He showed us the whole. Just everything. He owns a
Yeah.
radio station there. There's just so much
That
stuff
was
to see.
dope.
That was like the coolest thing that I think we've ever done as far as a trip.
Agreed.
You know.
Yeah.
It was just amazing.
Once we get the link and everything, we'll give everybody that in case
I'll
anyone's
put it up
interested.
I'll put it up in the I don't know where we're gonna post this.
Yeah.
But wherever we post it, we'll
We
put
have
it in
to
there.
tell people the exact
Yeah.
link so they can do that.
And the guy was he was actually in the Langoliers. Because remember the airport that airport where the Langoliers was filmed is Bangor Airport.
Mm-hmm.
So I think he played a security guard in the movie. It wasn't even like he was a extra. He was an actual
He was
character.
yeah.
He had an actual part.
Yeah.
He took us by Stephen King's house. I mean, it was just amazing tour.
It was great.
Yeah. So, but back to the movie. It starts off with, it even starts off with a couple of cameos of his other films. It starts off with, you see the cat run.
Yeah, the Easter eggs.
The
I love
Easter
that.
eggs, yeah.
What did I call it the other day? The goose eggs.
Goose eggs. But,
Turd.
right. But,
Yeah,
there's-
right off the bat.
You got Cujo right there.
Hey. Yeah,
Your
right off
boobs.
the bat.
Yeah, so what? It was Cujo, right?
Uh-huh.
Cujo comes after the cat.
Yeah.
And then
He gets away.
he's running from him and almost
Yeah.
gets run over by Christine.
Uh-huh.
Which is kind of a little corny to me because, like,
The bumper
if you
sticker.
don't, he runs past Christine.
Yeah.
Christine, hits the brakes, almost hits the cat and the dog. And, they have to show when the car drives off, it has a bumper sticker that says, "I am Christine, I am." He was
Like
man,
pure evil.
Yeah, like if you don't know that that's Christine, then you shouldn't be allowed
Right.
to be watching this movie. Like
Or
fuck
breathing.
off.
Just breathing in
it's like,
general.
if you don't know that, like you don't deserve to watch the
Yeah.
movie. So, but anyway,
They were
like,
being extra generous to people. They're like, hey,
Yeah.
look.
and
you
I'm
know?
sure that's one of those things that, like, because, like, how Stephen King wanted that epilogue.
Yeah.
That pissed him off when they cut it out. It had to,
Yeah.
have. Because remember, we only found this out when we went looking for the Shining hotel, which we went to,
Yeah.
once, and we're gonna go to again. But we found out that he hated the version of the Shining,
Yeah.
and the reason was because he said that because he said that Jack Torrance was already crazy before he went there. Mm-hmm. In the book, or it was, which one was it? Either they made it seem like he was already crazy before he went there, and he didn't want that, or vice versa. But I think it was that he didn't like the fact that he had this history of alcoholism and beating the kid, and so
Right.
basically, like, he was already crazy when he went there, something like
Right.
that.
He wanted it to make, like, the hotel made him crazy. That's what he wanted.
Yeah.
Right?
Exactly.
So, yeah,
And-
he didn't dig that at all. Stanley Kubrick's version.
Right? Which is a great, I mean,
Come
you can't
on.
argue with it.
I know.
But, all respect, Mr. King, we love you with all our hearts. But we also, remember, we watched his adaptation, his
Yeah.
TV series.
The like miniseries
Yeah,
version.
and it was like fucking like, a total of like, what, 12 hours, all these episodes? And it was just nonsense, man. Like, I mean,
I didn't understand that.
yeah, like, I mean, he's great at getting his shit across in his books.
Yeah.
But the way he tries to do it in that takes a lot of practice to be able to be able to put something visual
Right.
in a watchable sequence.
Definitely.
That's people will never understand how difficult that is until you try to make a film. It seems the easiest thing in the world, but it's
No, it
the
seems
hardest
hard
thing.
to me.
It's very
No.
hard. You
Yeah.
can make even like a short film, and I guarantee you're gonna have to explain it to people as you go.
Right.
Because and then Kubrick, of course, you don't have to explain shit. He's a pro. He's an expert.
Yeah.
So he should have stuck with that, with what it was, or he should have just been on site. But anyway, back to Cat's Eye.
Yeah,
that's
shouldn't-
why this is why we chose Cat's Eye, because it's got all these elements that of what our show is really going to be about. Throughout the whole show. So it started out with those cameos, Cujo and Christine. Another quick thing too, before we get into Quitters Incorporated. If you notice, like, real quick, I don't remember what part it is, but it's, I think right after he sees Drew Barrymore in the window, like, speaking to him telepathically or whatever.
Right.
He starts running across the street. If you watch on the right side of the screen, you see a bunch of guys dancing. They're all wearing red.
Oh, yeah.
That was like break dancers, man. Like that was like such a thing back in the 80s. Like I'm sure people know about it. But I remember like when I was a kid, there was a group called the Floor Patrol.
What?
Yeah, and that's who ran like, in Southern Cali. Not all of Southern Cali, but in my city, that's where they were the ones. It was like, oh man, it's the Floor Patrol. They're like the best. They would lay out this cardboard and they'd just get out and do all this crazy dancing with the ghetto blaster. So we got to get a ghetto blaster in here, by the way.
Yes, we do.
We got to get one. But yeah, it's and
it was like the smallest clip. Yeah, you like really have to look for it.
It's just like a side thing. I don't know, but most people wouldn't even probably notice it because who gives a shit? But it's interesting. It's just like so,
random,
quintessential 80s to see that. It's random. It was just like
for me, it was random. Yeah.
So, Quitters Incorporated.
That was trippy.
Yeah, that's a great.
That was a good first, opening.
That's a great story. A great story. You saw the well, you've read it. I've read it. I read it a long time ago.
Read it, yeah.
So
yeah, it's basic. It's the I don't know. I don't really have any changes from the story to the movie, so.
Yeah. What do you mean as far as the differences?
The differences except the boy and the girl. Like Drew Barrymore was a boy in the story.
Yeah, well, yeah, in the book he had a son.
Right.
His son's name was Alvin, if I remember right.
Alvin.
And his son was like, you can't even say retarded anymore, so I'm not going to say that. Even though I just
delete.
Did, right? But he was mentally challenged and he was in a special school. Now, when we watched Quitters Incorporated, I was trying to tell. They tried to, they made Drew Barrymore look kind of like
I wasn't sure.
Nerdish, I guess, but I don't think they got across that she was,
or supposed to be
challenged or anything like that.
Yeah.
But in the book, he has a son named Alvin that goes to a special school, and he's like, I don't know if he's ashamed of it, but it's a sore spot. He doesn't want to talk about it or whatever. Mm-hmm. So that's kind of one difference. Another difference I noticed, which happens a little later, is when the and this to me, like nowadays, this would have alone would have made it rated R, but in the book they said that they would send people over to beat up the kid at the special school.
Damn.
Yeah, like they call it work them over. They say, oh, we're gonna send somebody to work the kid over.
Oh my gosh.
But in the movie, they just went straight for the gold, man. They were like, oh well, if you fuck up again, we'll send somebody to rape your wife. God damn. Like,
no shame.
Yeah, like that would be rated R by itself. But hey, they pressed it, rated R for rape.
Damn.
Hey,
it's PG-13.
Yeah.
All right.
I guess, man. But and then of course, another thing was that it was a rabbit in the book, in the story,
right,
and not a cat. So, but of course, they adapted it for the whole, thing of
all
the whole
three.
movie.
Yeah, the cat is a constant, Yeah,
I remember when I read the book when I was a kid. It was there was one specific part that was like really captivating to me, where it was like, the guy's the Donati. Is that his name? Donati, Mr. Donati or Janiti or something. It's Donati, I think. But there's a part where Morris tries to. Is it Morrison? I can't remember, man. The main guy,
right?
James Wood, which we're gonna get into that. That's my dude. He tries to rush him, and it says he's like, even though he's like slow, he's like springs back and just kicks him in the stomach real quick, like double kicks,
Yes.
That kind of didn't happen in the screen adaptation, but screen adaptation's really good, really good. I love
I dug it.
They did a really good job of it. It's a great story,
and they just jump right in.
Yeah,
they jump right into him going into the doctor's office.
That's the beauty of anthologies. You let Stephen King do a big ass story like The Stand, and it takes you 4 hours before you even know what's going on.
True.
But when you get,
I hear you.
You get 30 minutes. You got to get that shit popping.
I love it because I don't like long intros in songs, in movies. Just like get to it.
Or podcasts like ours.
Yeah.
We're 40 minutes in and we haven't even started.
Hey, let's take our own advice.
I know,
okay.
Right?
So yeah, he goes in, he wants to quit smoking, or he's in, his friend already went through this.
Yeah.
And he's like, you need to go up there. He's like, well, what's it about? He's like, I can't tell you.
Like, it'll change your life.
Yeah. So he knew nothing about this going into this doctor's office. He's like, probably, all right, fuck it, let's try it.
They're friends at the end when he fucking turns them over to these psychopaths.
Yeah. It's a crazy story. It's so trippy. Like, I don't think we're going to go through each, individual thing, but I still want everyone to read this.
Yeah, you got to read the story.
Yeah.
And then see Cat's Eye. It's always good when you read a story and then watch the movie. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Of course, and that's what Stephen King's problem is. And I fully understand. But you got to let you gotta, if you're gonna turn, you gotta or go to film school and learn how to direct, and then it takes practice, and I'm not saying he couldn't do it. I'm sure he could, but,
right?
These guys know what they're doing. They know how to keep things popping.
It was good. I liked it.
Yeah, it's good. It's really good, but
there's so many good parts.
Yeah. So James Wood, right?
Yeah, he's the main guy. He's the one going in to quit.
Yeah. James Wood is
he's Drew Barrymore's dad
James Wood caused a lot of problems lately on Twitter and stuff.
What?
Well, because he supports Trump,
Oh, I didn't even see that. So
everybody but he's like, he don't give a fuck, dude. He's like all about it.
It's Lester Diamond.
And that's like one of my favorite characters he's ever played. Not that he's ever played, just one of my favorite characters ever. That's Lester Diamond from Casino.
Yes.
I love that. Remember we went and found that
the building where he got beat up
where he got his ass whooped. Yeah, we found that.
By Bobby D, Robert De Niro.
Bobby D.
Yeah, it was what are the cross streets? We're in Vegas,
we live in Vegas. It's on Main Street.
It's downtown.
Yeah, it's that.
It's like a restaurant now, like a
Salvadorian restaurant.
Yeah.
Now. But it still looks. Remember, we found it by looking at the bricks at the bank across the street, and the bank's gone now, but those bricks are still there, and that's how we found it. And
the motel is still right there.
All that's the same.
Yeah, so.
But the only thing that's missing is that door where they come out and they pull him out and they beat his ass out in the parking lot.
Yes.
But the rest of it's there. But yeah, Lester Diamond.
James Woods is the shit, dude.
Dope. And then another actor that's in Quitters Incorporated is James Rebhorn, which is Dr. Larry. From,
yes.
Is it
Meet the Parents?
Meet the Parents, the first one, right?
Uh-huh.
Like, cut that out.
Yeah. We also like other types of movies, comedies and shit.
Like, I love tracing like who's been what other
else
characters.
Did they do?
Like, I love that lineage.
Hell yeah.
I don't know why, but it is what it is.
And he's kind of evil in this Quitters Inc. too. He's He's like an instigator. Like, he's just like a bad friend kind of thing.
And I was wondering, like, when we were watching this, like, well, man, why would these guys do this to each other? Like, it's supposed to be your friend. Like, did they get some kind of referral? Did they get some kind of break? Like, your wife gets saved one raping or some shit. Like, why? Why would you tell anybody to go there if it's your friend? But in the end, they're like boys again.
Yeah.
Like the guy that told them they're friends.
Yeah.
Like, they got I'd be mad as hell.
Well, like they overcame it together, sort of, but separate.
Yeah.
They both overcame the same thing.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, I guess.
And I quit smoking a long time ago, but I would never. I'm so glad. No.
Yeah. See, no. I tried to smoke when I was in 8th grade because I was hanging out with all the rocker dudes, And I just don't get it. I fucking don't get it. I tried. I smoked cigarettes maybe 4 or 5 times. I was just like, this is making me sick. This is bullshit,
It was all the chemicals. It was getting you high.
Like, how do you even get started in that shit? Like, how do you even get past that first, like, you just like,
easy.
Like, I'm going to torture myself for a week so I can become addicted to this shit. Like, what the fuck are you guys doing?
It was crazy.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't do it.
And my mom and dad smoked, and it was kind of annoying growing up. So I was always shocked that I smoked.
I can't imagine you smoking.
My brother didn't. Yeah,
have I ever seen you smoke?
Yeah,
maybe
probably at bars and stuff, at shows. Yeah.
Yeah, at concerts.
Yeah.
That's just crazy.
Yeah, my brother never touched it. He hated it growing up, and he didn't touch it.
Yeah.
So
he's a wise man.
I don't know what happened to me.
Yeah,
I'm the black sheep.
You're a troublemaker.
But
it was funny too, that part where James Wood is smoking. Oh, wait, that's not James. That was
the guy,
Dr. Larry. Yeah, he had like
all
in
20
his cigarettes and
And he was hallucinating.
Yeah, he was hallucinating because Donati came dancing down the stairs and shit.
He was at some party, I guess some work party. I don't even know.
It looked like just a damn smoking party to me.
That's how it was.
And my grandma used to smoke like that in the house.
Can you believe they smoked on airplanes?
What's that? Oh, man, I forgot to turn on my thing.
Oh, the warmer.
Yeah. That's the whole reason, like, let me plug that shit in.
Well, it looks cool. But yeah, he was hallucinating, seeing the guy. It was crazy. It was really crazy. Yeah. I feel like I don't even know if we're confusing people, but they just need to go check this movie out. Yeah. And that's just the first part. That's just Quitters Inc. You know?
Yeah.
The next one. Yeah, that's just chapter 1. I think we need to go to chapter 2.
There's a couple other things I wanted to talk about in that. Can't remember what.
Let's see.
Yeah, I don't know. It's probably nothing.
Yeah, I mean, they're short stories. They're just so good. If we,
Yeah.
I want to give people a little bit.
Well, the cat. Well, I guess we'll stick with the cat. Like the cat, his participation in this is when, like right when he walks up, he sees Drew Barrymore in the window, and then you see the Quitters Incorporated car pull up, and then you see James Wood come up. Well, then they capture the cat, and he becomes the damn shock treatment cat.
Yeah, he gets snatched up right there.
Yeah. So you were thinking like that they really did that. I don't think there's no way they would really do that to an animal on a TV show.
I hope
like
not.
In a movie.
In the 80s, though, it was different.
I don't know, man. The 80s were rough, but I don't think it was that crazy. I don't think they would pull some shit like that. Plus, the sparks looked fake.
How did they get it to jump all around?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Because the wife, when the wife was in there, she was jumping too.
Well, I know they didn't shock a person.
I mean, I'm okay with people being shocked. Yes, just don't fuck with animals.
Right? Yeah, I'm with that.
So we have a little investigating to do, but yeah, you don't think
I don't know if I want to know, because then I got to give Steven 2 slaps, I don't want to do that,
First episode, and we're already mad.
It would be these other fuckers, though.
Yeah, he had nothing to do with it.
It would be Louis Teague.
You know what, Louis Teague?
Louis,
we're coming after you.
We're going to have a talk if you're still out there. Is he alive?
I don't know. I hope so, because he's going to want to talk to us.
We should know these things. There's no way in hell they really shocked a cat, man.
All right.
Stephen King would not allow that. He would slap the shit out of somebody.
I hope so.
Right?
Yeah. I hope so. He better.
Right?
He kind of seems like a ball buster in that sense. I don't think he would go for that shit.
I bet he's the coolest dude, man. I bet he's so cool.
Hell yeah.
And he's a good actor, too.
He is a good actor.
He's a real good actor.
He's like...
Jordy Verrill.
He's good.
Yeah, he's awesome.
That was kind of a gross character. He was good,
Jordy Verrill?
Yeah, the overalls? Or am I thinking of somebody else?
No,
it was just...
He's just a little slow.
Yeah. It was just like...
Yeah, he's living out on some farm.
Some swampy motherfucker.
Right? Like the old grown-up version of Joe Dirt if he had his own farm.
Joe Dirte.
Dirte.
That is for another day. We love you, David Spade. Shout out, David Spade.
David Spade.
We love you.
So, okay, so you want to switch? You want to go on to the ledge?
Yes. That was terrifying.
That's a terrifying damn, it's for me, like, it's hard for me to even watch because
heights.
Yeah, and I guess I don't know how much of this do we give away. I guess we give it all away, right?
I feel like we just go for it. Yeah,
they should be expecting to get some spoilers,
Yeah, and people probably have tuned out by now, so they won't even know what we're saying anyway.
Yeah, so
let's just go for it.
Yeah,
balls to the wall.
So
well, we can talk about how it leads into the ledge.
Yeah.
So the cat eventually escapes the Quitters Inc. situation.
Yeah.
And then finds itself in front of a casino.
So Quitters Incorporated was in Chicago, and where was this one? In the movie.
Atlantic
City, yes, Atlantic City. So now he's gotten from...
Are we sure it was Chicago? No, Quitters Inc. was Chicago?
I'm not sure. I thought you said that.
Crap. I'm the worst.
Nah, you're the best. You want to look it up?
I will. I was trying to look it up.
You're not going to be able to find it because it's not...
Because I feel like it was Chicago.
I feel like it was too. Right?
Yeah. We'll correct ourselves later if
they should have made the ledge in Chicago because that's the Windy City,
Yes.
But
the ledge was Atlantic City, NJ.
Yeah. That's for sure because it said it. See the subtitle.
Definitely. So the cat just kind of ends up, or arrives there.
Yeah.
Hitches rides, gets on the train. Or no, that's when he goes to the next one.
That was the first one, right?
Yeah. Well, the cat's here. We're in Atlantic City. The cat's there. The cat is named Sebastian.
Yeah, that's the first time they mentioned the cat's name. Now, I don't know if his name is just Sebastian in the ledge.
Or in the whole...
Yeah. There's no way that
it's
could
the same
be that
cat.
guy's cat. It's the same cat, but it's just one of those tie-ins. I guess you use your imagination. But he does name the cat. His name is Sebastian, and that's Kenneth McMillan.
Oh.
You know who that is?
No.
I'm gonna show you who that is.
The cat is Kenneth McMillan?
No. The guy from The Ledge.
Oh, the main guy.
Yeah.
Okay. I was like, the cat has its own freaking whole life going on that I don't know about.
So he arrives. Yeah, let me tell you a real quick story about Kenneth McMillan.
Cool.
He plays he's in a movie called Armed and Dangerous with John Candy.
Oh shit.
It's so funny, man. Like it's so funny, but there's this one part where he's giving the speech to all these new security guards, and it's one of my favorite sound bites in the world. I'm gonna play it right now.
Oh my gosh.
You ready?
Yeah.
Here it goes.
The world is a shithole, full of shitty little scumbags who are scared shitless.
That is so funny, man. I love that.
Oh shit. Yeah, that's great.
One more time. I gotta hear it one more time.
Do it.
Here we go.
The world is a shithole, full of shitty little scumbags who are scared shitless.
But that's Kenneth McMillan. That's the rich guy in The Ledge. So what The Ledge is about is he's one of those millionaire guys or whatever.
Yeah, gamblers. Gambles a lot.
And he's got a young wife who's running around fucking around with some other guy. Which that's a common story. The dude probably beats her or whatever. Who knows? So
we're making a lot of accusations.
Yeah, we're making a lot of assumptions here based on 80s theology.
Hey, we do what we want.
Right? So anyway, he's sending the girl away for something, probably to meet up later.
Yeah.
Maybe the guy had found out about their affair. Kenneth McMillan being the rich husband, and then the guy that she's seeing sends her away. Well, then they catch him, take him to the penthouse, and
let him know what's up.
Let him know what's up. They
that
tune
he
his
knows.
ass up.
Yeah, like he knows about the affair, like all this.
And they make a bet with him. Now, real quick, this story was originally published in Penthouse.
July 1976.
Yes. Yeah, right?
Yes.
So July
that was the
1976.
Penthouse issue. So if you have that issue or look it up, this story will be in there from Stephen King.
And then
that's pretty cool.
And then when was Night Shift published? Like 2 years later, right? So 78?
Yeah.
Okay, so it was originally in Penthouse, then it was published in Night Shift. So now I had read somewhere that the Penthouse, that actual episode, or I'm sorry, the actual issue was the one that's, you see it
on the table,
but we looked it up and it's not the same cover as July 1976.
Right, but there are Penthouse magazines on that table.
Yeah.
So it's meant to be like, hey,
right?
I mean, it's a connection, but
seems weird they wouldn't go all the way and just get the
actual one where he's holding on to it during that scene, that crazy scene where he falls, and then you see the table and all the magazines.
Oh, you know what we forgot to talk about with Quitters Appropriate? I remember now. That damn Police song.
Yes. Every breath you take.
Yeah. That's funny because like Sting is known for being like super stingy with
like the
royalties.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like so. Okay,
Mr. Yoga guy.
Yeah, Mr.
Chill.
Karma Sex Yoga.
Namaste.
Right.
I thought he was a cool dude.
I mean, I'm sure he's a cool dude as long as you don't fuck with his money.
Now I'm bummed.
Well, this is what I know.
Yeah.
I know this. Okay, you know that Puff Daddy song when they sampled that guitar part?
Yeah.
So that part is only Andy Summers, the guitar player from the Police.
Oh.
So, but they did it without permission.
Oh. Puff Daddy did?
Yeah, they didn't get permission from the Police or from Sting or Andy Summers or whoever owned the rights.
He's smarter than that.
No, apparently not, because he gets paid, I think it's $1,000 a day in royalties for life from that song.
Wow.
And Andy Summers gets 0 of it.
No.
And it's only him that's on the plane. And they've tried to like sue each other and stuff to get the
to make it more fair.
Out. Yeah. Because, Sting is like super rich, obviously. I'm sure the other guys are too, but not
missing out on $1,000 a day though. That's bullshit.
I mean, you can't even spend that much unless you're a dope fiend or some shit.
Yeah, I could probably work it out. I could probably spend that much, but yeah, no.
But that's just from that one song, and that's just from that
one situation.
Yeah, that's not even to do with the royalties of the actual song. But I saw a quote from Sting. It says something like, "Do whatever you want, but don't fuck with my royalties."
All right.
Like we can be cool. We're friends. Everything's great. Come over for Christmas. Whatever you wanted, but don't fuck with my royalties.
Okay.
And if they're mine legally, then don't ask for more. And that's pretty much what I remember of Sting.
Wow.
Of his quote. So, but anyway.
Shout out Sting. All right.
He's not playing around.
I'm actually just more shocked about P. Diddy or Puff Daddy, or didn't know, the process of that. He's got people. He's got a shitload of money. He should know that, but.
I don't know, man. Maybe that was back before they, when they were just doing whatever they want.
Yeah.
But anyway, back to that real quick. So I guess the cost of getting the actual song from the Police, every breath you take, was so expensive that they had to pay a band to do a cover song.
Yeah.
And use that, which they still would have had to pay, but it wasn't as much.
Of course, yeah. So it's a cover song throughout the movie. Yeah. I think the song is played a few times throughout too. Not just in Quitters Inc.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, it's a cover.
Right. But damn, man, like it's that much money that a major film like this is like, we can't afford it. God damn.
Maybe back in 1985, though, this wasn't a major film. Like Stephen King, this was only his second anthology. So he did Creepshow. Then he did this. Right. But obviously he did the other ones, like you were saying, Carrie. Yeah. When did Carrie come out?
Well, those were feature films.
Those were films.
Carrie was probably 78-ish.
So he was already popular, but I don't know if he had that kind of money.
Well, it's not his money. It's
the producers.
No, it's the like Lionsgate or whoever did the film.
Oh yeah.
They'll give you a budget. They'll say, okay, you got $20 million to make this movie, and then they'll say, okay, well, Lester Diamond wants $19.5 million, so we only got $500,000 to do the rest of the movie.
Sebastian wanted $5 million.
Yeah, the cat. He wanted his own like gold cat bowl.
Deserving.
Right.
And Drew Barrymore probably got. I wonder how much she got paid as a little kid.
She was a little kid, but she probably made enough then that me and you could live off forever.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, so that was back to Quitters Incorporated, but back to The Ledge. So, Kenneth McMillan, he makes a deal. Well, it's not really a deal. It's either you do this, I'm gonna blow your head off. It's not much of a fucking deal. But it's
a lose-lose.
Right. Yeah, it's a lose or really lose. It's a lose and live or lose and die. But so he basically tells him, look, if you fuck up my wife, you want to play this game or whatever. Yeah. He's like, this is how it goes. You either get out on this little ass 5-inch ledge and circle all the way around this big huge building on this ledge.
From the penthouse.
Penthouse.
It's the very top of the building.
Yeah, and it's like...
I think it was like 43rd floor or something.
It's so far up that
it was crazy.
You'd have time to shit your pants like twice on the way down. It would be bad. It would be really, really bad.
Yeah, you definitely would need a new pair of drawers. After that, they're gone. Done.
No washing, no shouting it out.
None of that nonsense.
But
yeah, like he was getting all the cold air because we're in Atlantic City, so it's kind of by the ocean, right? It's sort of near the coast.
Right, yeah.
The East windy. Coast. Yeah, windy. If that gets you, you're done.
Yeah. So that's the deal he makes when he has to go all the way around and whatever. Another actor that's in there real quick is Mike Starr. Not to be confused with Alice in Chains Mike Starr, who we will also get to in another episode.
Yes.
One of our favorite dudes.
R.I.P.
Yeah, but this is Mike Starr from
Dumb and Dumber.
Dumb and Dumber, yeah. John Mentalino.
Yes.
Or Mental. They call him Mental.
Ate all those hot peppers and had fucking croaked.
That gurgle.
Right? Dumb and Dumber was so great.
He's like, hey, man, are you all right?
I want to watch that right now.
Oh, I know. We should watch it tonight.
So good.
Yeah. But anyway, he's the bodyguard for Kenneth McMillan.
And sort of plays that, he has that same facial expressions. You know, he's just great.
Yeah,
he's a great actor.
Mean bastard.
Yeah.
But funny.
Uh-huh. You know? He was laughing the whole time as this deal was going on.
He was loving it.
Yeah. Evil dude.
So anyway, the main guy, you know, I don't even know his name because I don't know. I didn't pay attention to that.
We're good. The main guy.
Yeah. The
rich guy.
Yeah. No, not Kenneth McMillan was the main guy.
The guy that got cheated on.
The guy that fucked up.
We can call him loser.
No.
L for love.
Right? L for love. But so he has to
shout out dodgeball.
Right? So he has to get on this ledge and circle the building, and Kenneth McMillan keeps trying to sabotage him, you know, make him fall or
fuck
quit
with
or whatever.
him. Yeah.
So I guess he finally he does it. He gets around after a lot of, you know, they spraying water on him and trying to scare him with horns and a bird pecking at his leg and shit.
I don't even know how he made it.
I don't either, because I wouldn't be able to do it. I mean,
and he was like looking
tough.
down. You know, they shut the camera pans to like, you know, his view.
Yeah.
And that's creepy as fuck.
Man, that was making me dizzy watching.
Yeah, it was like hurt. Like my stomach was dropping. I was like, oh,
it's hard.
Like
to
the roller
watch.
coaster when you're about to go down that's how it felt.
Yeah, or those stupid ass daredevils on YouTube.
Yeah,
they climb way up on those buildings and just like dance on the edge. Like God.
The backflip one.
Yeah, all that.
You showed me that the other day. I was like, oh hell.
I don't even know why I look at that. It just gives me anxiety. You know.
The ones trip me out is the tightropers, where they do a tightrope across like a mountain or the Grand Canyon or some shit.
I'm terrified of heights, so I couldn't do any of that shit. But the tightrope thing would probably seem maybe a little better because if you fall, you can grab the rope and just hang there, you know. But on that little ass ledge, and you're like trying to press up against it, because once you lose your balance, that's it.
Done.
It's over.
It's crazy you are scared of heights so much, but not flying.
I don't know why.
Yeah.
I'm glad because
you're
do
confined.
A lot of fucking traveling.
Yeah, but because you're confined, I think.
I guess, man. I don't know.
I don't necessarily like heights. I don't know. I'm kind of freaked out by them. But the ledge, it really terrified me.
I just couldn't do it. I would just have to jump off. I was just like, you know what, fuck it, dude. Like, or shoot me, pop me one in the head, you know?
It was terrifying. And they offered him, what, 20 grand? So they offered him, you go around the ledge, you make it, you get 20 grand, and the wife. Right?
Yeah, and it's like, you get the wife, you get the...
Maybe he was like, all right, maybe I have a chance. But yeah, it's still a lose-lose at that point, because you're walking around a building with just with your hands. I don't know.
You got to lay flat up against that wall, man. Any vertigo, any kind of wind gust or whatever, you're fucked, you know?
Yeah.
There's nothing to grab onto. That would be the worst feeling, man.
Yeah.
So anyway, he makes it, and then when he comes into the room, Kenneth McMillan gives him the money and then gives him the wife, which is just her head. You know, they had already killed her and chopped her head off and shit. So,
damn, 7.
Right? Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. So he freaks out.
What's in the box?
I know.
Yeah, they didn't even fuck with it this time. They just rolled it. They just did it.
He just kicked it right at him, like a soccer ball.
Yeah.
But so he gets it. So now he rushes him. Now he's like, all right, well, fuck it. Now I really have none to live for. So he rushes him. Somehow gets the gun from Mental. Mm-hmm. And then he makes Kenneth McMillan go around.
Yeah. Did he shoot Mental, right? Or he knocked him out at least with something like a...
You know what? I don't remember what happens after that. But that's right during that fight is when you see that Penthouse, the magazine. So I was wondering, like, well, if there was ever a place to put the Easter egg, that's the spot, you know?
Yeah.
That's definitely the spot.
Right.
And we missed another Easter egg, too.
What?
In Quitters Incorporated. Like the first day he has to quit smoking after he's met up with the naughty and he finds out that if he smokes, they're going to fuck his family all up.
Mm-hmm. Oh, when he's watching TV.
He's watching TV. He comes in.
Yeah.
And He's all grouchy because he hasn't smoked, and he's watching.
And it had only been like 3 hours, but it's real.
Yeah.
That addiction is crazy.
I bet, man. But he, so he's watching something on TV, and he's like, "Who the hell writes this crap?" Or, you know what I mean? And if you look close, you see Christopher Walken on there. That's The Dead Zone. That's a Stephen King movie.
Hell yeah.
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 So he was like kind of like poking fun at him at himself, or the director was poking fun. I don't know.
Maybe the director didn't even like that movie or something.
That's another tough one, man. That's a tough one to read. And I tried to watch it when I was a kid, and it's like, what the fuck is this, man? Like, literally, it's a movie about being in a coma. Like, do the math, you know?
The Dead Zone.
The Dead Zone.
I love that. I love those Easter eggs.
Yeah, me too.
It's so
Me
like,
too.
I don't know. I just love it.
There's probably other ones that we don't even know about.
Yeah, definitely.
You know?
We're not claiming we found them all.
Nah, we just kind of
The main ones. I mean, there's 2 blatant ones right at the jump.
Right at the beginning.
So that was pretty cool. That was kind of exciting, you know? I dig that.
So anyway, he gets the gun. He makes Kenneth McMillan walk the ledge.
Uh-huh.
And McMillan don't make it, of course, you know.
Sweet revenge.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good though.
Yeah.
They need to watch it. I hope everybody watches it.
It's just one of those movies. If you're into 80s horror, it's one of those ones that you got to have it under your belt. You got to at least see it once.
Yeah.
You know?
It kind of will keep you on your toes the whole time. It's about a half hour long, maybe.
What, the whole movie?
45 minutes. No, just the ledge.
The ledge. Yeah, each one is probably 30 minutes.
Yeah. It's like it's like exhilarating.
Yeah.
It's like you cannot take your eyes off of it.
Those 2 are great. And now, of course, going into now chapter 3, which is General, which is the cat's real name now.
Right. So Sebastian now turned to General.
Well, not really. That's just how they tied them together.
Yeah.
Like the cat was really Kenneth McMillan's pet,
right.
I guess, or I don't know. Because in the movie, or in the chapter, The Ledge, that's his cat. He calls it Sebastian. And he's like, "What the hell's wrong with you?"
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I don't know how that works.
But he acquired the cat from just on the street, though.
That same day?
Yeah, I think when he was out there with that woman, and they were telling the cat to like cross the road.
Oh, that's right.
So it wasn't like his pet. It was just like he acquired it.
That's right. Okay.
And brought him up to the penthouse and.
Good, because that was going to be kind of like one of those weird holes in the movie that I couldn't figure out. Okay.
I remember that.
Right. I remember that.
They were betting to see if he'd cross.
If he would make it or not.
Yeah.
That's right.
So.
Okay. So chapter 3, General, which is the cat. Now, is this one? It happens in Wilmington, right?
Yeah. So you see the cat like jumping a train.
Yeah.
And then he ends up in Wilmington, North Carolina.
So he went from as far as I'm pretty sure Chicago to Atlantic City, New Jersey, to Wilmington, North Carolina. And we'll be taking a trip out there very soon.
Oh yeah,
because
can't
we got
wait.
some other locations we got to shoot out there.
Oh yeah.
I won't give them away, but
we will be sharing them all with
sucks.
you guys.
I was just there like a month and a half ago.
Right, and but for a different reason.
Yeah, so. But I wouldn't have had time to do all the shit we need to do out there.
No, this was like that was a quick trip.
Yeah, I had to get back home.
Yeah,
and I had to drive back home from North Carolina.
That's a Maniac.
But if I would have known then how many hot spots were out there.
Oh, just wait, you guys.
Yeah, I would have. That would have turned into a long
like
trip.
A month. I would never see you again.
Well, we're gonna go together.
Yeah, I would just fly out there.
So, but anyway, so this is what's that little? What is it called?
What?
Troll?
General? Oh, the troll. See, I don't think the troll has a name.
Yeah,
but I love him.
Yeah,
he's so cute.
I think he's a nasty little bastard, man.
I really love him, but I like evil little dolls.
Yeah.
Chucky, I'm not cheating on you. I promise.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
And I don't know, just evil little dolls are just amazing. That baby in the remake of Dawn of the Dead. When that lady, the one I always show you. Yes, I love that zombie baby.
Nasty, man.
Yeah, when that chick is at the mall and she has to give birth, she's sequestered because she got bit earlier. So she has a zombie baby. But yeah, that's Dawn of the Dead, the remake.
Okay.
Or whatever. But that was a good movie.
Yeah, it's a good movie. It is. I don't like those newer zombie movies. I like Return of the Living Dead.
Right. For sure.
You know.
There's some good remakes out there, though.
Yeah, there's some good ones, but I don't know. I like the one in the shopping mall.
Yes.
The real one.
The real one, right. Not with the zombie baby that I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But yeah, back to the troll. I don't know, something weird. I'm attracted to like little evil beings, creatures.
Well, that thing's nasty looking.
Yeah. But I can't, I researched, I think he has a name. Literally, he's the troll from General. Yeah. So if anybody out there knows the troll's name, please email us.
Yeah, hit us. 85graveyard@gmail.com.
Yeah. Email us whatever you want also.
Or just hit us on Instagram.
Yeah.
And like, just send us a message. Be like, hey, stupid ass. His name is whatever.
Right. Like, we're not claiming we know everything.
Nah.
We're just
we just want you to watch the movie and give our take on it and get our shit popped off.
I couldn't even imagine what the troll's name would be. What would, like, he's too...
Well, he's from another world, right?
Yeah, he's from like the wall, like a little area in the little Drew Barrymore's wall. So Drew Barrymore is in this one again, plays the daughter.
Yeah.
You know, she played a daughter in Quitters Inc. Mm-hmm. So she's back.
She's back again.
Yeah.
So, well, in the beginning, you see that troll run into there. Like the troll and the cat basically get there at the same time.
Right. Well, we don't see the troll. We have like the troll's vision.
His vision, yeah.
Yeah, and his little breathing and his little... Oh my God, I love him.
Yeah. Didn't we read somewhere that...
Give me that troll.
That the person that made those noises he did something else.
Who was that? Yeah.
I don't remember.
Well, yeah, it's definitely some male voice that did something else.
Yeah. I guess
we can't think of it.
I think it was the guy that did some of the Ghostbuster, like the Slimer monster.
Oh, that sounds legit.
Yeah. I think he was that guy.
Okay.
Yeah. But
it's
anyway,
definitely not recognizable. It's definitely a separate,
I don't get into that. I've never gotten that deep into
the troll.
Into any movie, like to know like these side people, you know. But it's it's very interesting. So it's kind of like an old urban legend, that cats can take a baby's breath away. I don't really know where that comes from. I think like in other words, like a cat can smother a baby, probably trying to get the milk off their breath,
Ooh, yeah.
So the troll somehow makes it seem like the cat is the one that's, trying to kill Drew Barrymore.
By taking her breath away.
Yeah, some weird thing. I don't know. It's just a weird story.
It is. And the cat runs in after the troll, and Drew's like, hey, can we keep this cat? And the mom was hesitant.
Yeah.
Throughout the whole time about the cat.
Yeah, it's just weird.
Yeah, this was not your favorite of the third. Obviously, you said that at the beginning.
We're talking about 1985. We're talking about Silver Bullet. We're talking about Fright Night. Talking about Children of the Corn from the year before. We're talking about Creepshow. This bullshit don't compare. I hate to say it,
Yeah.
I hate to say it. Like once you've seen Children of the Corn and Creepshow, that this is to me is nonsense. I'm not dissing on it because it's still cool. It's still a cool. Not everything has to cater to the horror gore freaks. This is more of like a. It seems, to me, it seems like more of like a made-for-TV type of thing.
Well, yeah, and it was PG-13, and that was the first ever. So maybe it was a little nicer, a little, They
were trying to keep it a little cool, and that's probably why they didn't have those other stories I'm talking about, because there's a lot of serious shit in those, whereas these are, I guess the Ledge, though, talking about rape and I don't know, whatever.
Yeah, but they didn't show any of that type of thing.
Yeah, it's true. So I don't know.
Yeah, the third,
But it's cool. It makes I get it. They found a way to wrap up the whole anthology. But I don't know. Could have been. To me, it could have been so many better. Do you know which book Dolan's Cadillac is in?
Wasn't that in the Nightmares and Dreamscapes?
I always thought it was in Skeleton Crew.
No,
but it's probably not.
I think it's in the Nightmares and Dreamscapes.
Okay, well, that's another one of my favorite stories.
That one's great.
Oh man, it's so good. And they did
the movie.
Yeah, they did make a movie about
with Christian Slater.
Yeah, like it's a little rough, man, because in the book, he doesn't have the demeanor of like a Christian Slater.
Right.
He's more of a wimpy school teacher type of. Well, Christian Slater is not the wimpy guy. He's Dolan, right?
Uh-huh.
So yeah, I guess that makes sense. I don't know. But
that it just didn't match what you thought.
Like the impact of the story in the book compared to the movie, I wasn't feeling it. But I still liked it. I liked it because it's cool to see stuff that you've read over and over and over and over. Because that's one of those stories I've read just like a million times.
It's a good one.
Then to see it adapted to screen, it's just gives it another like breath of life. Even if it's not like your favorite, but.
Or it's not the actors that you thought it was going to be or something.
But man, I wish they would have, tied in a third story, like a really good, because the first two are great. Yeah. They're great. Like The Ledge to me is a tough read, but on screen it's great. Critters Incorporated was good in both. Yeah.
Definitely.
And this thing is just nonsense, man. It's like it's for kids, but it's still cool. And I don't mean to talk shit because it's still cool. I'll still watch it.
Definitely read it, watch it. Yeah. There was a cool quote from Drew Barrymore that, working with Stephen King was the highlight of her life. Wow. And she said that in a recent Howard Stern interview. Yeah. So, yeah, she really dug working with him.
That's cool.
So,
that's really cool.
You know what I mean? I don't know. I love hearing stuff like that.
She
remembers that from a kid. I don't know.
Yeah, I bet he was so cool to her, man.
Yeah. Definitely.
I mean, he made her a star, basically, right? I don't know what she had done before that, other than Firestarter.
Right, sure, and that was her. Stuff. I mean, her whole family, the Barrymores, are a big, Hollywood family.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so they're in, she was probably going to be an actress anyway. Yeah. Maybe, but yeah, she got into it at a young age. Nice. And got to work with the man himself.
Well, he turned her into basically a Scream queen, even though she doesn't do a lot of horror, but she was killer in Scream.
Yeah. Oh, my gosh. I loved her in Scream.
Yeah, it was great.
Scream was awesome.
Yeah, it was.
I don't care what anybody says. I know. I don't know. It's why people hate on, like, Rob Zombie and just stuff like that.
Man. Just haters.
Haters gonna hate. Yeah. But yeah, so
do it better if you hate it so bad, Same with me with Cat's Eye. Like, well, what can you do? Well, I would fucking really botch it up. So.
We already know what you would do. You would choose anything but general.
Right? And that's why I'm here and he's there.
Right? Or he's there.
Yeah, no? Exactly. That's why there's a picture of him on my wall. He don't even know who the fuck I am. Except the weird dude standing outside of his gate for 3 hours taking pictures that Oopsie. One time.
That was us. We were stalking you a little bit.
Sorry, man.
He's used to it. People drove by constantly.
Yeah, we couldn't even get like a picture alone at the gate.
It's like a tourist attraction, his house. But it's a really cool, the gate and everything is awesome.
And the gate was open, like if somebody was really like wanted to be a stalker, you just walk right up there and probably walk right into his house and say hi to him.
Yeah. And it was cute. He has like a Prius in the driveway.
Yeah,
I was like, I love him. Yeah.
He's like the coolest dude, man.
He seems so chill and down to earth. Yeah. And like genius and crazy and just all these things combined.
And all those stories the guy told us, I really gotta remember to put that.
Yeah, the tour link.
Yeah.
Or the website.
I hope he's still doing it.
I know.
Because I'd like to do it one more time.
I would too. Yeah. Like to do it 5 more times.
I don't know. That dude might be a little bit of a handful.
He's cool.
Yeah, he's cool. But
he even showed us where he lived.
Yeah, I know.
Like he's like, oh, and there's my house, and we're like, oh shit.
Remember that story about the cemetery?
Yeah. Well,
that was creepy. Well, I'll say it. Because like I love going and photographing cemeteries and graveyards. So I'm always fascinated with that kind of stuff. Well, there was in the cemetery where they filmed Pet Sematary, not the Pet Cemetery part of it, but the in the beginning when the kid dies and they have to have his funeral, the real actual human cemetery.
Right.
There's that. Remember that there was that like
the shed thing. Is that what you're talking about?
It wasn't a shed. It was like a room, but it had like like it was like a mountain covering it. And we were asking him and there was smoke coming out of there. We're like, and I asked him, I said, is that like where they do the cremations? And he said, no, what that is if you die out there during the winter, the ground is frozen. So they can't bury you. Yeah. So they put you in this fucking, there must be hundreds of bodies in there, right? Or 800 probably.
Yeah, how many people died during that time?
And you just stay in there until they can dig a hole in the ground, and when the spring comes over, because it's so cold up there.
Yeah, Maine. The ground is like frozen. You cannot dig.
Yeah, that was.
Even with like a little bulldozer, shit like
a
that.
backhoe or something.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what he told us.
Yeah, I mean, it was like solid.
See, I don't know about all that like northern Canada almost shit. You know, like I'm from the desert.
Southern Cali.
I'm from California and I've lived in Nevada for a long time. I was stationed in a couple places that snowed, but I don't know about it being that damn cold.
Right.
You know,
it's way up north.
Yeah.
Northeast.
Yeah, that's when we drove for a long time to get there. It was basically Canada, and I've been in Canada. And Canada is some miserable cold. So that's basically is Canada. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's like even higher than Canada at certain parts of the U.S.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because it's kind of like dipped. It's a weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know, man.
That's crazy.
So, but anyway,
that's a crazy story.
That was crazy.
Just little tidbits of the tour, extras that he gave us.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
So the final chapter, the cat eventually saves her.
Yeah.
Puts, I don't remember how it happened, but the little troll gets chewed up by a fan, gets all fucked up.
Yeah, basically the cat annihilates the troll.
Yeah. And he wins.
Yeah, I mean, it was
Drew is
sort of
saved.
a happy ending, I guess, a PG-13 ending.
He's happy because if he wouldn't have saved Drew Barrymore, then we wouldn't have had Scream.
Exactly.
Or what was the other one where she was like had amnesia? 100 First Kisses.
50 First Dates.
50 First Dates.
With Adam Sandler.
Yeah.
In Hawaii.
Or the Wedding Singer.
The Wedding Singer.
Like if we couldn't have the Wedding Singer, like there'd be a problem.
Dude,
It would be a problem.
We need Drew.
We need her.
Yeah.
What else has she done?
She's done a lot, dude. Charlie's Angels.
I don't know about that one.
Yeah, this bitch.
I haven't seen it.
She's done a lot. Yeah. She's major.
Scream.
She's got a show on Netflix now too. It's like sort of a zombie show.
Really?
But it's like, I don't know. You'd have to see it. You have to check it out.
I think I want to see it.
Yeah. But it's also a comedy, if that makes sense. It's not what you think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
But
that definitely sounds like it's worth checking out.
But yeah, you guys, so what's over there?
I'm just looking to see if my camera's still running. It's hard to tell.
I hope so.
Don't matter.
If not, then it cut off and we have no idea.
Yeah. I see my ugly face.
No.
But
you're beautiful.
So well anyway, that's pretty much it,
Yeah. Hopefully we didn't ramble too much
we've been going over an hour.
What?
Yeah.
Damn, that was fun.
I'm gonna try this again. Maybe this thing has an hour.
That didn't feel like an hour.
Right? All right.
Not sure if it felt like an hour for them, but...
Yeah, it's been like an hour and 20 minutes.
Damn.
Yeah.
Sorry, y'all. We kind of hope you got some good stuff out of this one.
Yeah, right? Too bad we didn't hardly talk about the movie that we're supposed to be covering.
Hey, it's episode 1.
Right.
Come on.
It's episode 1. We're still getting our feet wet. It took us a while. It took a little extra time to get our studio. I kept thinking like, we'll have it done mostly, and then we'll build it. But you know how I just don't work for me. I have to get shit done,
completed and ready.
Yeah, and then we kept having problems with, and even tonight, like fucking one of the mics isn't working right. Like I got to return one of them. Like come on, man. Like the cameras didn't work. Like we'll get it though.
It's been wild.
Yeah, it's it hasn't been just as smooth as I had hoped.
Right.
But the studio is built.
Yeah, I hope you guys like the view.
Yeah,
it's all stuff that like we love and actually has kind of been around the house anyway, and it's all compiled and added some stuff, and we'll be adding a lot of stuff too.
Yeah, there'll be more stuff coming.
Yeah, but
the studio's done. Our audio system is set up. I might take a little time, a little bit of tuning in to get the sound exactly right. If you hear any weird sounds, any peaking, anything weird, trust me, it's gonna improve every show we do. Yeah. This is all new. And then that's pretty much it. Now we can just bust our episodes out. We already have so much. This podcast has been well over a year in the making. Yeah. Like I started the Instagram almost 2 years ago. Which, by the way, we just hit over 10,000 followers on our Instagram also. Woohoo! So thank you for that. Yeah. Please keep going. We have the YouTube channel, which will, I don't know how we're going to get that across to people because we don't really have the URL yet. Well, we do. It's The Haunted Room.
Yeah.
So
we'll link it up on Instagram or something.
Some dickhead has the 85 Grave YouTube and doesn't even use it for anything. I tried to email him and be like, hey,
can we have this since you're not doing anything?
I offered to buy it, but he didn't even answer. He probably doesn't even have the password of that shit.
Oh, hell no.
But it don't matter. We don't need that shit. YouTube is...
That dude's dead to me.
Yeah. Catches that slipping.
Dead.
But we don't need it. So the YouTube is called The Haunted Room.
Yep.
And but if you go to it, it's all 85 Grave. If you just go to YouTube and search 85 Grave, and you'll see some of our film location stuff on there. One of the videos we did last year was the Creepshow 2 locations.
Yeah.
But trust me, you're going to be, now that we got the studio going, now we got the podcast, we can drop an episode every few days or every week. We haven't decided how often we're going to drop them. Probably once a week for now, so we can try to get some people to listen.
Yeah, like hopefully
some people to care.
You like it, yeah.
And then we've got so much
stuff we want to
awesome,
bring you.
Yeah, it may have taken us a year to get it going, but we have been compiling footage,
filming,
and, all kinds of shit for
researching.
Yeah, so we're gonna hit it hard now.
Yeah.
So
hopefully you guys will stay tuned.
Hopefully, if not,
we will. I don't know.
Whatever.
We'll still be here.
Yeah, I don't know.
But we hope you stay tuned for sure.
Yes.
Because there's so much cool stuff out there that we want to share.
Definitely.
And we want to hear from you. So yeah, you guys, emails are welcome. Instagram, whatever. Like hit us up, even if you have like trivia or just a question or a suggestion.
If you know any interesting stuff about any 80s movies or whatever, or if you have some requests for movies you want us to cover.
Yes.
I mean, just hit us up. Hit us up on, like I said, what was it, Instagram?
Or email.
Email 85graveyard@gmail.com because that shithead had 85 Grave.
That loser again?
Yeah, I'll slap the shit out of him if I ever see him.
Oh my gosh.
But Instagram is probably the best way because that's where we are, we do most of the
posting,
connecting with people and stuff. We haven't even put anything on Instagram to show that it's a podcast yet.
Yeah.
So
maybe now we will.
Now we're going to, yeah, because now we got something for people to see and hear.
It's the time.
So, and we have the Twitter, we have all that stuff, and we have the website 85grave.com, but there's nothing on it yet.
Right.
So all that stuff will be coming up shortly.
Yeah, hit us up though, you guys.
Just hit us up and please watch this, share it. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel because you will, if you're only hearing this, you can see this on YouTube.
Yeah.
We might even put it on the Vimeo, which we do have the 85 Grave on Vimeo.
Yeah.
But probably not.
Yeah.
Probably just put it on YouTube and try to keep all the views and stuff in one place.
However.
Yeah.
I don't know how exciting it is to watch it, but it's cool. Cool background.
Yeah.
Definitely watch it. Check it out.
Yeah, just check it out. You can see some of our props in here and stuff. And of course, in some of the other episodes and the future episodes, it's going to be imperative that you watch it because we're going to be talking about footage and locations and things that you need to see.
Exactly.
They're just too cool to not see. Trust me.
Definitely.
So, matter of fact, our very next episode, which I'm not going to say what it is yet, but it's gonna be a killer. Like I said, we had to get this 85 one. I wanted to do one that kind of encompassed what we're doing, and the next one is we're gonna do a heavy hitter for the next one. A heavy hitter, not the heavy hitter.
Yeah, don't get sued.
Yeah, don't get sued like Glenn Lerner here.
Cornball.
So,
no, just kidding.
Well,
Glenn Lerner, shout out.
Right, yeah, Glenn Lerner.
If you need an attorney.
Nah, I don't.
No.
For anybody that
a
clown.
traffic attorney.
Yeah, nah, I don't fuck with these guys.
All right, y'all.
So
thank you so much.
If you've made it this far, thank you.
Thank you for listening.
So
we appreciate you. And are we out?
I guess we're out.
Catch you on the flippity flip.
Catch you on the flippity flip.
Yeah. Peace out.
Peace.